Yeah. What's up, YouTube? Right?
Yeah.
That right there. I'm here with my man Ed, getting this fast going. He was just we were just talking about practice and eternity. I forgot how it came up, honestly. Been so much talking in the last mad days. I've been on the road talking intimately with people and with the person I was driving with, and then got to California, hit the ground running, fasting with people. Thank you everybody that came up. Um, it's just been kind of nonstop. But me and my man Ed was talking about practice and eternity. I know what I'm gonna say. I forgot how it even sparked though. Like, you remember what we were saying?
How you can develop forever, like constantly just developing new abilities and skills and
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying. Like you have eternity to evolve. You know, like the more you evolve, the more you evolve. So the more time you have, like I said, like the more you create time for the or space for the breathing, the more the breathing makes space for itself within you. You know, like as far as like you becoming, more you. Like the spirit takes more inhabitants in the body. Like the more you breathe, so then you make more space, and it's more space within you and with around you. So it's kind of like the same thing. Like whereas like the more you practice eternity, like when I be traveling and I reach that peak stage of breath where I'm like, just in total, just deep parasympathetic nervous system, like, just total oneness in my body, like, you know, one or less breaths per minute type thing. Like when I'm deep into the silent breaths like that, I totally forget that I'm there. Like I totally forget that, and I don't know where I'm at. I could be in Spain, I could be in Germany, because I've reached these points everywhere I travel to. So everywhere I go to that stage of breath to where I relax myself to that degree. Then that just creates crazy levels of attraction. The more relaxed you are, the more you attract. It's just a law of relaxation, really. So the more you relax, the more you can let go, and the more you can receive. So, just the oneness, though. The oneness is how you relax. So the breath brings you there, and I feel like if since I do it everywhere I go, that it's eternity. Is where no matter where I am, it's gonna be that same feeling. Like it doesn't really matter. I am everything. So it all dissolves. Like I forget that I'm even there. And then as I come to, it's like I could be anywhere. As soon as I remember I have eyes to open, I'll be like, man, I could be anywhere on earth. And like just tapping into that infinite state, like the more you do it, the more you do it. And then the more your whole life is like that infinite state, and the more you just undo, and you just have infinite time because you have infinite space. Like you've totally inhabited the body. So now you're just exploring it. And the more that you, again, like I was saying, like the deeper you go into the Tao, the deeper it becomes. Like the further you go in, the further, the deeper it becomes. It's just how it is you're exploring infinity or exploring it. But the thing that stops it, that state of oneness, a lot of is big thing about it is that sugar, man. Like we're like keto alcoholics. I feel like it's like you got people. It's no different than people that take a shot and you need an hour to process the shot. It's like you eat something that spikes your blood sugar. It's like that influences your blood all day. That influences your thoughts because that changes the pressure. So that changes the pressure of the world, because everything is connected. It's a closed system. Everything, it's just like your body. Like everything, as soon as you start changing the pressure of things, then the pressure of all things in life change. So, because you're playing with the nervous system at that point, then you're really tampering with life itself, the fabric of life itself. So, it's every meal is like a tampering in a sense. Like, it's really the same as taking a drink. And I feel like it's just a lower level. It's like the methadone. Like sugar is the methadone to alcohol. And it's really just a deep sadness in human beings, or because the liver regulates anger. And the anger is usually a fear that's like draped around a deep vulnerability or sadness. So people drink out of that. So it's just, that's why, people become emotional. That's the benefit, I guess, of the alcohol, is that it is a release, and at some level it cleans your blood. But it's so destructive as well. It's volatile. It's not balanced. So it's going to run through your blood and through your vessels and everything, and just eat up cells. But at the same time, it does clean up, and it does help you release. So people, they get addicted to that. They get addicted to being themselves through something, and that's what all the substances are. That's why it's a substance, instead of having substance, you use a substance. And like, it's really just a process of I guess hydration. I feel like the more that you get deeper and deeper into the hydration over years and years, then you realize like, okay, I hydrate, the pressure in my body changes. I do the breathing to like transmute this water, to change my water, because it's just like transmuting the emotional energy. You're filtering your water out. You're taking this other water on to filter out the old water. Water is emotion, physical emotion. So you take the water on, you breathe it off, because it changes the pressure to where now it forces you to breathe. Like, you see the pressure on top of your lungs. So then you have to breathe to feel sane again. And so then, yeah, you just release it through the sweating. The more that you breathe from the diaphragm and hold it, the more that your circulation is just better. So then you're just more warm. So then you'll sweat out that emotion as well. And then through your urine, you'll release that emotion. And that's just the process of getting back hydrated, to where you need less and less water, because you're doing less and less compensation, because you're eating less and less acidic things, because you're rewiring your thinking. It's not like overly acidic thinking. So that's the process of getting back. And then, the reverse process is the alcohol or the sugars. Your step back, it will be the sugars, and your step back just gets lighter and lighter and more delicate. Like in the beginning, people's step back might have been hamburgers and ecstasy and alcohol or whatever, and then there's because your zero is the infinite point. You'll never have a profit in life. You'll always be a zero. You can experience yin and yang going back and forth, but everything balances out. The giveth taketh equally. So your step back, that gives you this illusion of being able to step forward back to zero. That step just becomes more gentle. That step becomes, it goes from those harder things, deeper, more concentrated sugar, starches, to less concentrated ones, to less and less. And then your steps back just become more and more gentle, and your pendulum doesn't swing so crazily. And then you don't swing from homeostasis so crazily. And then your emotions become balanced. And because the homeostasis it has everything to do with the pH and the endocrine system as well, because the hypothalamus is controlling the temperament as well. So starch and all that throws that off. And then the same thing with protein too. That's the protein thing I really wanted to get into. You can only really take, a lot of people say like 25 grams of protein at a time. Anything beyond that, it all gets converted into sugar during the process of gluconeogenesis, which means new sugar creation, or the beginning of new sugar, gluconeogenesis. So they're creating, and it's another sugar. Anything beyond a certain, you have an excess point where you can't take on any more protein, or what people are calling protein, and it all gets converted to sugar. And all the flesh is already too much, and it's dead. So it just gets converted to sugar, and it's dead. So it's just perfect for parasites, because they build their kingdoms inside, their colonies inside you off of that sugar. So yeah, it's just no different than the colonists that use the sugar cane. And yeah, that's it. And then the cocaine. So yeah, info in the description. 2020 Tantra on Amazon. I don't know if Ed got anything to say, man. That was it for me, really.
No, yeah. Amen, Taylor.
Word, yeah. Check it out.